Now we will discuss what we learn about the differences between eukaryotic and prokaryotic cell structures. So the eukaryotic cells, the plant type and animal types, vs the prokaryotic cells, which are the bacteria. The plant type includes all plants, fungi, and algae. The animal type includes all animals and protozoa. So the nuclear membranes, okay? The eukaryotic cells have nuclear membranes, but the prokaryotic cells don't have. The membranous structures, membrane-bound organelles, is present in eukaryotic, but not in prokaryotic. The microtubules, they are present in eukaryotes, but not in the prokaryotes. The cytoplasmic ribosomes, in eukaryotes, they are 80S, while in prokaryotes, they are 70S. The chromosomes are composed of DNA and proteins in the eukaryotes, but only of DNA in the prokaryotes. The flagella and cilia. Cilia is present only in eukaryotes. The flagella is present in both eukaryotes and prokaryotes, but it's more complex in the eukaryotes. Also, the flagella moves by bending in the eukaryotes, while it moves by rotating in the prokaryotes. The cell wall, plant type cells mostly have cell walls, and they are of simple chemical constitution, usually cellulose, for the exception of fungi, which have chitin. The animal type cells don't have cell walls. The prokaryotic cells have cell walls, and it is of complex chemical constitution containing peptidoglycan. The photosynthesis is present in plant type, but not in animal type, and it's present in cyanobacteria and other types of bacteria. The prokaryotic reproduction, the bacteria reproduce by binary fission, a type of asexual reproduction. The bacteria splits in half, giving two equal and genetically identical daughter cells. The generation time is the time it takes for one bacteria to split into two. It ranges from 10 minutes up to 24 hours. The E. coli, you have to remember this, the E. coli has a generation time of 20 minutes. This is not required. The eukaryotic reproduction, in comparison, reproduce sexually by meiosis or asexually by mitosis or budding. The yeast reproduce by budding. This results in a mother cell and a smaller daughter cell. Moving on to taxonomy. The taxonomy is the science of classification and naming of living organisms. Some microbes are named for the diseases they cause, and some are named for the scientists who discovered them. Different species are named by two names. This is the binomial system. The first name is for the genus and start with capital letter. For example, in Escherichia coli, Escherichia is the name for genus and starts with capital E, while the second name, coli, is the specific epithet. This is the specific name for this organism and start with a small letter, coli. This is examples of bacteria named for diseases that they cause. We have the Bacillus anthracis, the cause of anthrax, Chlamydophila pneumonia, a cause of pneumonia, Chlamydophila psittaci, a cause of psittacosis, حمى الببغاء, Chlamydia trachomatis, a cause of trachoma, Clostridium botulism, a cause of botulism, tetanus, diphtheria, Corynebacterium diphtheria, a cause of diphtheria, and so on. We have two systems of classification of living organisms. We have the 5-kingdom system and the 3-domain system. So the 5-kingdom system divides all living organisms into 5 major kingdoms. We have the animal kingdom, the plant kingdom, which include plants and algae. We have the fungi kingdom, and we have the protista kingdom, which includes the protozoa, and we have the prokaryote kingdom, which includes both bacteria and archaea. The 3-domain system express the important division in prokaryotes. That is, prokaryotes are so different, the bacteria is so different from the archaea, and that the archaea is more related to eukaryotes than to bacteria. This is done while studying the structure of their ribosomal RNA. So the 3-domain system divides living organisms into eukaryotes, bacteria, and archaea. Both systems follow the same taxonomical levels. So we have the kingdom or the domain that splits into phylums. Phylums يعني شعبة بالعربي. Then these phylums split into different classes, الصفوف. Then these different classes split into different orders, رتب بالعربي. Then these orders split into families, عائلات, and then the genus, and then the species. These species are named by the genus and the specific epithet. So let's take examples for these. Let's take, for example, the human being. So humans are of the kingdom Animalia, animals, or the domain Eukarya. We are of the phylum Chordata, الفقريات, and of the class Mammalia, الثدييات, and of the order Primates, القرود, and from the family Humanidae, القرود العليا, and the genus Homo, البشريات, and from the species Homo sapiens, البشريات العاقلة. This is, you can apply this for Escherichia coli, for example. This is Prokaryota or bacteria, Proteobacteria, كذا كذا كذا, the same way of classification. So we have the kingdom, phylum, class, order, family, genus, species. You have to remember their order. And this is the end of chapter 3. Thanks for listening. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and be tuned for the next chapter.